had to clean the camera. We dropped turkeys today, and they flip poo everywhere. Woo! I had it all over, smeared all over. Well, there is Lila Jean, the cattle queen, doing the hard stuff. Yeah, I could be helping, but you know, I'm delicate, so if I really get with it here, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. Okay, temperatures dropped, excuse me, has dropped pretty rapidly, and so I'm gonna go put out some straw bales for the feeder calves. And so this tractor does not start in the winter very well. Not that it's fault or anything like that, it's not, but I've got some fuel somewhere. I got some fuel sucking air in the system to get it started. So sometimes I can prime a little, and that'll help me. So I'm going to try. Not going to say it'll do it, but I'm going to try. Let's go give it a whirl here. If I can get the cab door, this is sometimes a trick, because it freezes. Oh boy, this tractor is in need of some cleaning. All right, here we go. Turn everything off here so we get as much battery as we can. I'm leaning over looking to see if there's any smoke. Not sounding good so far. Better do a little more work. Alright, that was painful. So I'm going to have to make some adjustments. I need to get a plug. Plug her in and it up. Had to end up taking the air filters out and use a needle. So we'll let this one go for a while. Man, I spooled it. It didn't freeze until I spooled it. That's not really normal for us in our part of Illinois. We're southern. So I should be thankful. By now, unless you're new to the channel, you're probably used to this long gravel road. So yesterday, Lila and I separated some cows and calves. I'm going to come down here and check. It's not exactly as early as I would like to have checked, but I'm getting here. So we'll see what we see. Well, the great news is they're not out. But the bad news is the mamas got back in. Ornery birds. A little explanation of School to Work. School to Work is a program for the kids at our school to take a few hours off each day and go to a job and to learn some of the skills and abilities necessary to hold down a job, and also help them to kind of establish what maybe their career path might be or what it might not be. Like in this case, maybe it's just too cold, dirty, and boring otherwise maybe for them, and they decide to do something else, or maybe they decide that is their passion. So a few hours every day, and in this case, Lane and Lila, Lane's my nephew and Lila's one of our daughters, are doing that, and they come at different times. They do overlap a little, but normally Lane is with Dad or his grandpa, but during this time of recovery from Dad's couple of surgeries, Lane will be helping with us. But anyways, come along with us. This takes place over several days and several different types of jobs. So now, how does that relate to me? Well, It just so happens that I used to be an industrial shop teacher, industrial tech teacher for 16 years. And so it is kind of nice to get back into the teaching mode to some degree. But as we talked about passion, farming is our passion. And so that's what I'm doing. So we will show you, as I said there earlier, several different projects that we're working on. And there'll be bits and pieces of them coming and going, and then what they're able to look at and work on.
I'm not sure if you can see this, but this is a gripper or a squeeze, and got it for the triticale silage bales, and I'm getting to where I kind of like it. Of course, you got hoses and you got all these other things, but I'm getting to where I kind of like the ability to have, you know, some fingers, thumbs, what have you. And anyway, I thought I'd mention it. It's extra, you know. A bale spear will do the same thing. Bale spear is cheap, easy to hook up, easy to take off. Any operator can use it, you know what I mean?
We fixed where the cow had been jumping through, number 77. We put one of the new green gates, and then we took one of our older green bud box gates and put in the middle. That way she hopefully won't try to jump it again. If she is gonna want to, she will. We put out a silage bale for the babies and a regular hay bale. These are for the ones at Boyer's, not the ones at Grandma's, which we usually just put silage bales out for them. But we decided to try something new, and she's over there smelling, trying to jump, but she's not going to jump. Hopefully. We'll see you tomorrow.
I'm gonna call this success. Bale ring, bale out, and the pane pasture. Sunset looks pretty cool here, don't it? So that's a hill. It goes up yonder. We're gonna call this a win. I think it's time for a new gate. What do you all think? Yeah, time for a new gate. Taking the Frosty the Snowman's float. Oh, I can't talk. Frosty the Snowman float, triticale bales over to feed. So get them off, and then I got the wagon back for use. Lila has went on ahead of me, and as you saw there, she's got the straw bales. So we're gonna put a couple straw bales out in the feed lot for the cows, as it is going to drop over the week to single digits anyways, it looks like. So that's what we're thinking there. Well, there is Lila Jean, the cattle queen, doing the hard stuff. Yeah, I could be helping, but you know, I'm delicate. So anyway, we have had a rough morning. We've been stuck twice and tore up the trailer. I think I'm gonna have to drive this thing home. This is skid steer, and that's only like 7 miles, but when you go 7 miles an hour, it's gonna take an hour. Oh well, that's the way it goes. So she's headed there up in front of me back home. I'm taking 5 because it's only going to take me an hour to drive this thing clear home. Yeah. So after watching several videos on how to change a frost-free water hydrant, let's see here. Here's my hydrant See it there? I've had that thing in the barn forever because I was going to change one back when I was in college, a very long time ago. And so I think I've got enough stuff in here. I don't know. And we're gonna go over, it's not exactly the problem, but I haven't dug down far enough to get to the problem. I'll set up my tripod I remembered to get here. And I'm gonna dig, and I'm gonna look really out of shape and wore out digging. And I'm gonna dig up the hydrant, which approximately 3 foot deep, and see, I am hopeful, this is not one that I put in, nor did I put in the cattle water line. And so I'm going to see, I hope that there's a T at the bottom and the T is broke. That's what I hope. If not, then I've got to dig somewhere else. But anyways, I've watched them, and they all go so easy. This one won't. Don't you love that? You watch something and you go, man, look at that. I've done that on the Ranger here. This is a Ranger. I'm going to do a video on the Ranger because I'm getting ready to trade this and get another one. And anyways, I was doing it at a Ranger, and a guy was, it was real easy for him. Anyways, not always easy. So this will be my attempt at a video that's for those of you that have to change it. Kind of the rationale of why I'm changing it, what happened, and so forth. And I'm gonna try. But I am limited on time, and I've got to get this done for a variety of reasons, which I may or may not talk about, but I got to get it done. All right, so kind of to review this, here's the well pump house. This is a hydrant. Hydrant is working right there. That is the breaker. Now last winter what happens, it kept blowing the breaker. Okay, so now, and we were up there yesterday, you just barely see, there's the Richie water coming out of there, just kind of trickled. So what I am hopeful is that I get to the bottom of this hole and I'll find on the bottom of that a T, and the T runs off, and I hope that the T's broke right there, and I can fix it. Now, I got to be able to get myself down in here, and I had thought seriously about a backhoe, digging a bigger hole so I can actually get down in there. But if I really get with it here, thank you for your support. I appreciate it. If I really get, because it's like, no, you don't do it. I can. So I get with it. I'll get this dug, and it's a small impact, and I can get it. We'll see. This is today's job, which was a little bit of yesterday. I finally getting to see a little bit of what I'm working with, and hopefully I get that cleaned off here and I stand on my head and get down in there, which is gonna suck. But it's vital to cattle, and I gotta get that cattle water working up the hill. So hustle. So we're gonna see how this goes. I'm gonna unscrew the pipe, the faucet. I guess first thing I need to do is take off the no pliers. That ain't good. Where did I leave the pliers at? Well, phooey. Anyways, I'm gonna take that off, see if I can pull that post out. there's a little more, you know, pressure, I guess you might say, on these things. I mean, that's no support around it, so I didn't realize that myself. So fastening into that wall or something, a couple of stakes holding it in there might be helpful. Might be helpful. Well, Lord willing, I'm gonna give this a whirl. And I don't think it twisted out. I think it twisted off, which is kind of unfortunately what yeah. So there's where part of our problem was. Now I just gotta get in here and hopefully get the black T or the iron T turned off. There's black piping that goes out yonder, and I'll just see what I can do here. Okay, so a little more cleaning has got to go on before I'm able to get that out of there, and it don't look fun. All right, center of the picture is where the hydrant come up and has rusted off. I'm assuming under that is either a collar or a T. And then this is the black pipe that goes to the cattle water. So I'm hopeful, man, I hope that, obviously this needed to be done, but I'm hopeful that this will help. I hope. So I'm gonna clean back in here, get that cleaned off more, try to get more dirt out of there. And my hand, I can just barely touch that. So this is gonna be a job. Probably should have maybe used a backhoe. Executive decision has been reached. I've talked to all the people. Oops, I went the wrong way. That way. And they suggest that whatever I got to do to get the water going needs to happen. So I'm gonna go get Dad's backhoe, I think. So there goes Burns 2 more hours getting it here. But I think it'll go much faster and we'll get this done and it'll be right. And I like right. And the muscle behind the shovel just don't have it anymore. So I'm gonna go get the backhoe. That's what I'm gonna do. All right, so I ended up getting my neighbor's backhoe because it was closer. And I appreciate them letting me use it. And we're gonna dig this out quite a bit more, I hope, so that I can get down in there, because it's a lot deeper than what I had anticipated. So one thing's for sure is that I try to reevaluate. And so in this case, I better get the backhoe going, because our weather comes from that direction. Not looking the best today. The cows was laying down early. All of them was laying down. So that usually means that rain is on the way. I don't want to be doing this wet if I can help it. And I think I'll be wet anyway. Okay. Yeah. So I got enough. Okay, found the wires, got them put back together, wrapped the tape there so we can see it next time. Got the new hydrant put in and it was broke. And then right there, there's just not enough hose on there. So what I'm gonna do is come back here, cut it, splice it, push that up further and redo it. That's the goal. Kind of didn't get in a pinch, but new water spigot is on. We got the line cut, spliced, put back on, at the tee down there, if you remember the tee, and got it backfilled. But we ran out of time. I had to hustle, so not the best in terms of being able to see what I did, but you get the gist of it. So we got to get these guys fed tonight and keep on moving, right?
Here somewhere, they're fighting. She's gonna push her into the electric fence.
Well, some progress here on this lot. It's slow. It's slow, but we're making it. Let's see if this is our first silage bale, triticale bale. Let's see what they think here. I bet she gets good tomorrow. And maybe we finally kept them out. Let's see. I don't know why they think they need to get in. The calves really don't got any reason to. Anyway, that's all from here. Headed back home, put the tractor in the shed so it'll start tomorrow. Back safe. Back safe.
Like and subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Ask your questions so we can all learn together. Come and grow with us.